The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-445-1044. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good day, Money Masters and Treasure Hunters. Welcome to the May 19th terrific Tuesday edition of Hour 2 of the Trader's Edge. I'm your host, Steve Rhodes, and I hope that you're off to a great start of your day. Let's make sure that you and I do everything we can to have an extraordinary Tuesday. Of course, let's always remember what's talked about is a dream. What's envisioned is exciting. Of course, what's planned becomes possible. But what's scheduled is real. And I want to really thank you for scheduling your time with me this morning. I'm honored by your presence. I'm here to serve you. Feel free to pick up that phone, dial in at 877-927-6648. Of course, internationally, you can call out to us at 727-445-1044. Remember, if you've got a question, somebody else has got that exact same question. So you've got a random act of kindness. A random act of kindness. That's the way to kickstart your day out there. Help somebody else out. That's the way to live. This is Terrific Tuesday. Of course, it is Tiger Financials Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, we got the Dow off 16 points at 18,282. S&P down 2 points at 2127. Composite off 6 points at 5,072. Russell 2000 down 4 points at 1253. DAX is up a nice almost 200 points. The FTSE's up 21. Gold's back 14 bucks. Silver's back 37 cents. Light sweet crude off $1.39. Leading the charge, the upside out here, we've got Red Robin Gourmet Burgers. They are up 14%, up $10 and change out there. Netflix is up $8. Bluebird is up $7.71. We've got to the downside out here. We've got Intercept Pharmaceuticals up $43 right now. That's down 14%. Urban Outfitters is off 17%. Kearney Financial down 27%. Dick's Sporting Goods off $360. Edwards Life Sciences down $332. Now, I'm having system problems out here, so we're going to go to plan B. We're going to go to the other charts that I utilize out here. So it's going to be a little bit different look and feel, but nonetheless one that we can all learn something from. I'm going to start here by taking a look at, we're going to take a look at the futures contracts. We can go take a look at anything else too, so feel free to call. We're just going to take a look at some different charts and patterns and analysis. But let's go take a look at the 120-minute time frame chart. I posted this inside the Tiger's Den as we were coming into the close of the 10 o'clock show out here. And what I want to identify for you is, price does one of three things. It moves sideways, it moves up, and it moves down. Now, when it can do two of those three at the same time. It can be moving sideways to up or sideways to down. What the market has been doing here on the 2-hour time frame for the Dow, it's been moving sideways to up. It's moving sideways to up inside this trading rising price channel that began forming back here at about 6 in the morning, and that was on May the 7th. Those are the blue diagonal lines going across my screen as we speak right now. What we can see here is this is a 2-hour chart. And so the closing of the session is what's key. And at this stage here, price closed right on the bottom of that rising price channel. Now, even though price is just slightly below it, I'll blow this up on my screen for you right now so we know what we're dealing with. Okay, so here's really what we're keyed in on, this 2-hour session. We really can't, in this next session, unfortunately for you, and I, and all those watching, this session does not close until till 12 noon. That candle, just the 2-hour chart, closed at 10 a.m., at least on my trading system. That's when it closes, based on when the futures contracts open and close during the day. So at this stage, we don't have, all that we know is that price has held that rising price channel. If we do see a clear break below that by 12 noon, then what that says is, okay, we've got some type of change in trend. Now, that change in trend can be just like this change in trend out here. It could form a descending price channel. We don't know what we don't know what it will actually do out here. What we can do is take a look at retracement level. So if I do that for you, I pull out the retracement level levels out here. And this is going to be not really exact, but it's going to be close enough. What we're taking a look at is a move down to about 18,068. That's your 0.382 retracement level. Your 0.618 retracement level is 17,903. But first, you've got to see a crack, a close below, not a crack, but you got to see, not a wisecrack, you got to see a close below that rising price channel inside of the Dow on the 2-hour chart. Now, why are we taking a look at this? Well, we're taking a look at this because I had previously shown the ES Mini, same time frame, but with regard to its rising price channel, price was well away from it. Price wouldn't give us that piece of information until the 2117.75-ish area. It looks like it is going to be the Dow that could give you and I the first glimpse and the first picture as to what is what it wants to do. Let's see here. I've got a caller on the line, Victor in New Jersey. Victor, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Yeah, good. I was looking at BREW, and a point figure chart says it's going back to 6. Do you think that's possible?
Let's take a look at Brew out here. And so, Brew, what do they do? Do you know what?
They make craft beers.
Craft beers. Okay, boy, I like that. Are you a beer drinker?
No, not really. I don't know.
No?
I'm just looking to make some money.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at. I didn't know if you had tried. I didn't know if you had tried some of their product. But if we take,
but it's a big deal, Chris. You know what I mean? They have some good products.
Yeah, no. I think there's my favorite beer. I was just going to say was if you've never tried it and you like those types of beers out there, Innis and Gunn. If you can find, if you can, it's starting to become more popular. But it's a great, nice. Excuse me.
Where's it made? Like, is it around? Like, where's
Scotland.
it made?
Innis and Gunn is made. I believe it's made in Scotland, and the original flavor is the one that I like. It's got a little caramely type flavor, a little buttery flavor more so than caramely. It's really a good beer, really a great beer. But to answer your first question here with regard to Brew and where it's headed to, right now it's trading back into the lows, the swing point lows from June of 2014. Because my other charting system isn't up, I don't really have any volume that I can share with you. Your question was, could it go back to what price point?
$6. That's what the point and figure charts. I use stockcharts.com. It's pretty accurate, that point and figure stuff.
Got it.
There's
Okay.
some gaps. There's a gap, so always going back to 2011. So maybe it's going to fill them.
Yeah, let me put the weekly chart up on the screen. Let's see if we have.
The gaps are always filled. I notice on every stock, every gap is starting to get filled. Like Apple has like 4 gaps. They're going to get filled.
Yeah, they can be. It depends on how the gaps were created. I would say that with regard to Brew, the stock that you're taking a look at, $6 would make sense to me because it's really breaking swing points as we speak right now. And $6 really takes you back into the prior set of cluster of swing points back from November of 2012. I wish I had some volume, for you, but
there's no volume in this stock, really. There's not a lot of volume in this stock.
Okay, yeah. I don't even have the volume being populated, so I can't even tell you,
I just figured it'll be a buyout eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know enough about that, but technically speaking, if 926, if that area fails, 691, I think your point figure chart is probably, is giving you good information there.
Because I talked to you a long time ago about clean energies, and that went always back down to $6, $5. You know what I mean? Now it's going back up.
Yeah, when we took a look at clean energy, I think was that just maybe traveling sideways, or I can't recall what it was doing. But
it went all the way down to $6, $4. It went down to clean.
Yeah, it did. No, I don't know when clean energy came out. Did it come out in 2010? Let me see if I just put a bunch more.
Well, Nancy Pelosi owns all that stock, her and her husband.
Does she? Well, then she wasn't too happy when it got down to $3, I suppose.
Yeah.
Of course, maybe
I'm sure she dumped it.
Maybe it was a gift, though. Maybe she didn't have to pay anything for it, so she didn't care.
Yeah.
With clean energy, all that clean energy did was came back to its swing points, the bottom of its swing points, kind of like a double bottom back in November of 2008. It had gotten down to that price level as well. Right now, on a weekly chart that I'm looking at here, clean energy ran into resistance, Victor, of its 200-day, 200-week in this case here, exponential moving average, which was at the $10.56 area. It looks like that's pretty good. Excuse me?
No, they missed their earnings. So where do you think that's headed?
You know what? There's it should have fairly decent. It could have come all the way back down to the $5 and $4 area. That's what the weekly chart is suggesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Maybe she'll lose. Maybe she'll have to go get a real job. I'll talk to you later. Take it easy.
Okay, you bet.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Victor. That was Victor. We took a look at brew, not to be confused with Tiger Butter Brew, which is your coffee with some Kerrygold butter out there. A lot of discussion about butter this morning. It sounds like tonight might have to be popcorn night out there, right? Put some butter on it. Actually, I saw a good hockey game last night, Rangers in Tampa Bay. But at the same time, Showtime had a David Bowie special. I don't know if you like David Bowie, but first time I saw him live was in the 1970s. Back in the, I can't recall if it was Ziggy Stardust or that was, which album was that? But anyways, it was an interesting special to kind of watch his. Some footage and things that hadn't been seen before. It was an interesting special out there. In any event, let's take a look at these markets. Now, we, as I mentioned, I don't have my other charts aren't populating, but let's go take a look at what's going on here inside of the ETF structure. So we'll do our best here to bring you up to speed. I'm going to set this back to the daily timeframes out here. And we'll put in the QQQ ETF first. So let's go see what it is doing. This is going to be trading out right now at about 110.99. So what do we know about the QQQ ETF series out here? Number one, the swing point is from the trading day of April 27th. The bottom of that swing point is 110.02. You're trading at 110.08 right now. As long as the Qs trade inside that swing point, as they close inside 110.02, then that says volume or not. Yesterday was very light volume. It says volume or not. Price can go ahead and move all the way up and test the top. Now, the top of that is the price point of 111.16 out there, and that's what it looks like the Qs are doing as we speak right now. 111.16 is also its TAS market profile resistance area. Very flat market out here. Dow's off 5, S&P is flat, composites down 3 points. Not flat inside the Russell 2000. Let's go take a look at the IWM when we get back from this break. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. Be right back.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy. A set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders, take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion. Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing, but what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while seeking to reduce your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at directionfunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk charges, and expenses of Direction funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Steve takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off 12. S&P is off 2 points. Composite off to 7. Russell's down 450. And yes, I got an email here. It was the Ziggy Stardust tour back in the 70s. So because the Lightning was doing a pretty good job over New York last night, it was kind of easy to flip back and forth and watch them. Could have just taped it. Should have just wasn't really thinking about that. Tonight's game is going to be interesting if you're a hockey fan out there. I don't know if you caught the game on Sunday between Anaheim and Chicago. And Chicago just looked like they were tired, or they weren't. Anaheim just really, they manhandled them. They beat them on speed all over the place out there. So it looks to me like Anaheim's going to go ahead and move into the now it's only game one. So, lots of smart coaching. You can't, the coach on Chicago, he's a smart guy, so he'll come up with some way to. So tonight's game will be telling, in my opinion. If they're able to really counter, they may not win tonight's game, but if they can play much better, then when they bring it back to Chicago, maybe they can turn it into a series. I hope it turns into a series out there, but I wouldn't want to play against Anaheim, that's for sure. In any event, the Dow's off 10 points. The S&P is off about 2. Composites off 5. Russell 2000's down 4. So we're going to take a look at the IWM I mentioned before we went to that break. So let's go take a look at the Russell 2000, the IWM. Right now it's trading out at 124.58. So what do we know about it? Well, one thing we know, I don't have the volume here to take a look at, but we do know that on the trading day, I think it was the last test of the swing point from back here. I believe it was this trading day of May 8th. That was a test of the swing point from March the 11th. There was a test on light volume. So we know that. Couldn't bust it down. Now the question is it going to try to bust it up? Well, if it does try to bust it up, it says that what it's going to do is going to try to get in the swing point from April 16th. Now we're quite a ways away from that low. The low of that swing point, by the way, is priced out at 125.92. Now at 125.66, that happens to be your TAS market profile resistance level. So that's your supply line of selling that's up there. So it could spike it, could hit it, could fail. Then that really would just set up inside the IWM at this stage of the game just more longer-term consolidations. Consolidations between about 120 to about 126, so 127. So about, I'll call it a 7-point consolidation or so inside of the IWM. We don't see any kind of reversal signals here as of yet. We see a little bit of a pause as we speak today, but no real damage. Now, to what extent, how much higher can the IWM travel to? I think it's going to run into pretty good resistance at the 125-ish, 126-ish type area out there. That's what's going on inside the IWM. We looked at the Qs. Let's go take a look at the SPYs out here. If Steve-O can type in the right symbol, then it will populate on my screen out here. You've got the SPY trading out at 212.97. Now, in the case of the SPY out here, we'll just put this horizontal line on my screen, so don't worry about it going to the left and to the right. That just becomes easy. That blue line on my screen really is a significant area, should have been a significant area of resistance. which it turned out to really not be. We had a little doji candle that stopped up there, add resistance. That's pretty normal. It's really the next trading session. That doji candle, by the way, May 15th. It's really the next trading session that tells you whether that's just a pause and move or a pause and leaves are going to fall off the tree. In this case here, it was a pause and move. So as long as price stays above that level inside of the SPY out here, and that level being 212.48, it says it wants to move higher. Move higher to where? There's a couple different A to B equals CD patterns. Let's just take a look at the conservative one out here. That conservative one would start with an A point down here on March the 26th. Your B point's going to be that bearish engulfing key reversal session from April 27th that was taken out, and your retracement down here about a 0.618, just slightly more than that, back on the trading day of May the 6th. Well, 1 to 1 A to B equals CD is going to take it to 215.20. Unless we see a bearish reversal signal, unless we see price get below that 212.48 area, 215.20 has to be the level that you're taking a look at with price moving to. At least that's what I would be looking at. There's even a larger A to B equals CD pattern that could be setting up. So you can remember 215.20 as the number, but it's also possible that what is really setting up is the larger A to B equals CD pattern here inside of the SPY. Looks like that would give us a price projection of somewhere around 218.50. So that becomes, until we see any kind of reversal at 215 to 218, really should be the area that we would be watching for. That's what's going on inside of the SPYs. I'm just looking to see if any of my data is populated back on the system, and the answer is no. And in order for that to happen, I got to reboot my entire system. You don't want me to do that. That could take, by the time I power things down, relog in everything, that's going to be like 10 minutes. So we're just going to make do this way. Let's take a look at the Dow Diamonds. And that's speaking of David Bowie, and the Diamond Dogs out there. You got to love that. Now, in the case of the Dow Diamonds, they're testing that swing point from March the 2nd. Boy, I wish I had volume out here. Nonetheless, price is above that high. That high is at 182.68. We'll be right back to take a look at the Diamond Dogs. Be right back, folks.
If you're like me, you see the world's emerging nations as a very real opportunity, as these countries and their economies are developing right before our eyes. And you can rest assured that Everbank has spotted this opportunity too. In fact, they've just released the second running of their 5-year Market Safe Futures Economy CD. This is a CD that could really deliver, but you only have until June 11th to take advantage. Consider the facts. If the future economy's currencies beat the US dollar over the CD term, you'll get all of the upside at maturity. And should they lose, no worries. There's zero downside risk here, as you get back 100% of your deposited principal. Don't miss out. The June 11th funding deadline is quickly approaching. So hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN-CD for more information, including important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN-CD. Everbank is an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back to the show, folks. Dow's up 14, S&P is flat, Composite is flat, the Russell's down 3 points, anything but flat over in the UK, over in Germany. The DAX is up 253 points right now today. Where is that money flowing in from? You got a euro that's pulling back, weaker euro, stronger German DAX. Maybe. You've got QE out there, big QE. Maybe you got folks moving whatever they can out of Greece into the DAX out there. In any event, that is truly moving to the upside. I mentioned the diamonds before we went to break, so let's go take a look at the Dow diamonds, see what they're doing out here today, see what we know about the Dow diamonds. Well, number one, we take a look at what the Dow diamonds are doing. They're dealing with this swing point. I mentioned this from March the 2nd. Now, the high of that swing point is priced out at 182.68. You're at 182.91 out there. Now, that's not a bearish signal or anything along those lines. The real bearish line out here was a bit lower than that. We had a shooting star on March 23rd, so that high became resistance. Had a nice bearish engulfing out here on April 27th. That high became resistance. Little bearish ash candle at that same spot on May the 11th, so that really became resistance. So we were really looking at resistance there around the 182 level, your 182.93. Old resistance should become new support. We also see a red dashed line on my screen. That's your TAS market profile box. That's 181.75. That used to be resistance as well. No longer resistance out there. You're above that. That then becomes support. In order for the Dow diamonds to fail, you're going to need to see them close below 181.75 at a minimum out there. Maybe it's even a little bit lower than that. But around 181.75 would be the first start. Otherwise, what we could see going on here is an A to B equals CD pattern. If we take a look at that to the upside, it just simply can't be ruled out. The A pattern, the A point's down here on February 2nd. The B point was that high that we took a look at on March the 2nd. And your C point is all the way down here on March the 26th. That says price could move up to 188.40. Until we see a failure pattern out here, that has to be what that has to be our assumption. If we take a look at wave patterns, Chapman wave patterns out here, I've got this as either yesterday, and now if today's high takes it out, this things will shift over, but it could be in a seventh inning stretch candle. G to possibly that third candle out there, and that's coming off of the low. That's a fourth wave move down back on March 26th. So that's a pretty good spot to go ahead and begin doing a count from. So that's on the Dow Diamonds, and no reversal yet in sight inside of that. I don't think. I can't even show you the DAX out here. Now, gold's back $20. Let me just see here if this chart will pop up on my screen. Will it? Will it? No, it's not. It's requesting data. It's requesting, but shoot, it's been requesting that data for the last 30 minutes out here. Nonetheless, let's take a look at gold. I may have to pull the continuous contract up on my screen, but let me see what I've got out here for Goldilocks. Give me a moment to find it. We're in the June contract, I believe. Do I have the June contract out here? 2015. I don't see it here handy. So we're just going to go right here to the continuous contract. No problem. This will go ahead and give us a feel as to what's going on out here. What we know is that this area has acted as resistance. That's a 1224-ish area. That's the high here from April 6th. You can see, and it's really been a little sideways consolidation range out here, sideways trading range more than anything else. In between this level and in between, and I'm just using this this little horizontal line, makes it easy for me to do. So right in between this is really our consolidation type area, and that says that price can pull all the way back down to the bottom of the consolidation. What we know about Goldilocks is right now it's back below its TAS market profile resistance area. That looks like that was at 1214.90. You're right around the 1208 area and change right now as we're trading. So no reason for it to not come all the way back down to the bottom of that area around the 1173 area, and that is what's going on inside of Goldilocks. If it could take out those highs, really take out with some conviction, that's the April 16th high, you'd have an A to B equals CD to the upside pattern. Nothing else really the downside other than the consolidation that it's been in since about March the 20th out here, and that is what's going on inside of gold. If we go take a look at silver out here, I probably also am going to have to put the silver continuous contract on my screen out here. Looks like I am. Still no problem in going ahead and using this for the chart patterns that we're taking a look at. Now, in the case of silver, this completed an A to B equals CD to the upside. We can go ahead, we can draw that in out here. So we'll see that was a 1-to-1 point. That was just a 1-to-1. Oh, I take that back. I was looking at a couple different A to B equals CD patterns. So the larger one out here, the 1-to-1, is actually what went ahead and completed yesterday. So interestingly enough, and there's really two A to B equals CD patterns out here. I'll go ahead and show the second one. I don't have that tool on my screen here so that I can, I just have to add another one, but I won't. Here is, what was I looking at? I was looking at probably this is what I was looking at. Yeah, there's your, no, it's your 1-to-1.272. Where I came up with the 1-to-1.272. Anyways, we're not going to worry about it. We at least have a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD to the upside out there. And now you're getting a big old bear sash candle out here. That would be a sell the D points signal. And this would suggest to both the you and I that silver ought to pull back to 1639 first. And then if it can break back below that area, 1564 or so, that is what's going on inside of silver. If we take a look at, just looking for things here that are moving as I go back and forth, the currencies, those are continuing to pull lower. The DAX, I think I've got the DAX. Let me see if this populates the DAX out here. I just don't know if it's delayed on this system or not. So give me a moment here as I pull up the DAX in Germany. It might take just a moment. We'll see if we see a nice big green candle today and a gap up. 11,844.32. The DAX is 11,844.59. Okay, so we're pretty close. We're close enough out here. So let's take a look at the DAX off of the highs. Let's do a little wave counting out here, see where we are at to the downside. What did it actually form to the downside? Click. Come on. There we go. Okay, it gets to that fourth wave. You can get reversals anywhere from waves 1, 4 through 7 out there. So it did that nice bullish engulfing candle, as we can see, to the downside that also formed there. So you can see that the bulls inside the DAX are really protect this area around the 11,250-ish zone. We know that the DAX here broke through trend line. If we take a look at the trend line out here, I'll just take that off of this high here from April 13th. There is your trend line. So the DAX here looks like it's on its way higher. Now, if we just do some wave counting to the upside at this stage here, it's actually giving you the actual buy signal today. Me that the DAX ought to go ahead and go back and try its highs back on April the 10th. April 10th, I believe, is the high out there. That's at a price level of 12,390.75. That's what's going on inside of the DAX. If we go take a look at some gold stocks, why don't we go do that? Let's take a look at Barrick Gold, ABX. That thing has been strong like a bull out here. So let's go see what ABX was actually doing up at those highs. See if we can figure that out here while this populates. So let's take a look at ABX. Let's go take a look at some wave counting. To the upside out here, starting off of this low here on March the 18th. Hey, that's interesting, is it not? If we take a look at what it did, it made that seventh wave higher here on April 30th. So it makes a high out here. It does that. Don't do that. It makes a high. I'm not referring to you folks. I'm referring to me. I don't do that. I'm referring to myself because I know better. But anyways, the high here, 1370. You may not be able to hear the noise, but I can hear that noise. And if you are hearing it, I don't want you to hear it. Oh, I could stop that. I think I can stop that. No, if I turn the volume down, I won't even be able to hear somebody call. I can't do that. Anyway, so it did make a and oftentimes you get to that seventh inning stretch. It's another great tool to help identify when something is stretched to the upside and or to the downside. Now, at this stage of the game here, what we know about Barrick Gold, which has been one of the stronger of the mining stocks out here, we can see that it's trading just simply with inside a trading market profile. So 1246 is where it ought to trade down to, and we'll see if it can hold. If it does not hold that area, then I say come test somewhere this breakout session here from April the 2nd out there, and that's in the case of Barrick Gold. Let's take a look at Gold Corp, ticker GG out here. Let's go see what it is doing today. I want to see how these stocks here are holding up with the gold pulling back. Now, in the case of Gold Corp out here, nice hammer candle that was formed. Let's see what kind of wave did it make to the downside. No, that most certainly was not it. Let's try this one. Okay, so it does make 4 waves to the downside on that hammer candle. You can see resistance really being that TAS market profile resistance area. That's at 2030. We can see price got up there. Little shooting star back here on May the 15th. Now, a shooting star is the cousin of the hammer candle. Only this is seen at the top, so it's just like the hammer candle. One-day reversal signal. We saw some additional move lower in price on the following day. Actually, 2 shooting stars that we have out here. So that was yesterday's candle. So Gold Corp is now actually trading below the support level of its 1898. Any close today below 1898. Pretty good chance that the hammer candle becomes the area that it focuses on and tries to test. Maybe a good buy if it's coming back in that swing point with light volume, because it is a hammer anywhere between 1753 and 1816. That's what I would be watching for on Gold Corp. If we take a look at Rand Gold out here, GOLD is the ticker symbol. Let's go see what it is doing. What did it do as it made its high out here? So let's take a look at that. Let's do a couple of things. Let's see what kind of wave pattern to the upside. That didn't work. You got to select the right button there, Steve-O. There we go. Oh, man, what the heck is Because it looks like nimble fingers. Okay, 5 waves to the upside out there. And what is it doing? So this is holding up pretty well. When so it's got this little gap down that formed out here. That's really held as resistance. Believe it or not, that's a low from April 29th. So what Rand Gold needs to do, it needs to close above 76.83. In the meantime, it has not done that. Looks like this probably comes back and tests, and maybe the area of 72.30 really holds. A little Morningstar candle down there. We'll see if that holds. But looks like 72.30 ought to be the level where it heads to next. That is on Rand Gold Resources, GOLD. Light sweet crude. Should we go take a look at light sweet crude? Let's go do that. Let me see. What do I have out here? Contract wise, where are we at? 2000. I got to update these. Let's just take a look at the continuous contract out here. As we take, it's better this way because I can give you the better counts for sure. So let's take a look at the waves to the upside. Makes 6 out of potential 7. Creates a little evening star pattern out here. Back out. So a 3 candle session, but does that on May the 7th. Price again just right now really trading inside its TAS market profile. So 56.17. Now I don't know if the continuous profiles are the same as the current contract. So let's I'll hold off on the 56.17 is confirming for sure, but I'll go with it for the moment. But probably we're looking at a bit of a pullback there. No, in fact, probably looking at something more than that as we speak. Let's take a look at retracement levels, get an idea as to where Goldilocks may be, and not gold, but where light sweet crude pulled back to. Now, the 0.382 retracement looks like it's around 54.41. 964 for the 0.618 area. Probably good areas for light sweet crude to pull. And especially if we're going to go ahead and see the euro continue it lower, which is really its signal, because it got back inside that descending price channel. I wish I could show it to you. If you watch the replay of hour one, you would absolutely see it out there. Let's take a look at some things here that are also moving in the marketplace out here. Let's see if there's something that let's take a look at Walmart. Walmart is moving lower. I don't recall, I don't think it was earnings, but maybe same. I don't know what the driver was behind Walmart, what they missed, what they did miss out here. But nonetheless, let's go take a look at Walmart and see what Walmart is doing out here. So Walmart makes that wonderful price relative strength divergent pattern, actually confirms it back here on January 13th. Let's go see what else it was doing while it was doing that as it was getting up there. Any wave pattern on the way up? I did that again. Man, oh man, Steve-O. There we go. No, not really. I would say this would be the pattern out here. Let's take a look and see what it's done to the downside out here. Okay, no. Let's see. So give me a moment here, figure out where the next logical spot to start is. As we take a look at this, I'd have to come all the way right here. There we go. Okay, so as we take, let's look at, is there an A to B equals CD down pattern? Looks to me like Walmart's going to make its way all the way back down here to the October 16th level. I would assume that there's volume there, volume in most stock charts. So it looks like Walmart, WMT, headed back into the price level somewhere right around the low, around 72.61, the high of 74.07, trading out at 76.79 as we speak right now. WMT, of course, being the ticker symbol there. We've got the Dow up 15 points. The S&P is flat. The composite is back $1.80. Russell is off $3. DAX still strong like bull, up 254 points. Silver is off 80 cents. Gold is back $20. Light sweet crude off $1.57 as we speak. Lead the charge the upside. Red Robin Gourmet. I'll take mine with some grilled onions. That would be good, right? Grilled onions, medium rare, but more on the rare side. Little ketchup, little mustard. Al says bacon. It'd have to be really good bacon for me to put bacon on a burger, because then you just taste the bacon. Nothing wrong with that. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is up 8. The rest of them, well, the S&P is off a half a point. Composites off $4. Russell. Let's take a look at. You started off the chart because I'm having a little bit of a charting issue with the e-signal platform. I've just switched over to my Ninja Trader charts out here. So let's just come back and take a look at 2 of the charts, and we'll add some additional ones here. We were focusing in on the Dow chart here. It's 120-minute time frame here. It's got a number of different patterns, but the ones that you and I right now are really focused on, it's that rising price channel. Rising price channel, which has been in effect since May the 7th out here. We can see that price came back at the 10 o'clock close right on that channel line. We can see at this stage, this has held as support. If price holds as continues to hold as support here, we should see a test of the 18,334, maybe even move up to 18,397 out there. But time will tell. Likewise, if we see a break below the rising price channel, that would be between the 11 and 12 o'clock hour, unless something totally falls off the planet in the next 3 minutes and 24 seconds. If we do see a close below that, that says look at the 18,068 to 17,903 area for the 120-minute time frame chart to make a retracement too. Maybe it's worse than that, but you got to take things just kind of like one step at a time. Inside the ES-mini, price now made its way down to the bottom of that rising price channel. That would be at about the 2117 area, and any close below that would signal to both you and I that, okay, the move to the upside is over for the time being. What type of retracement? How long? Well, Stevie has the belief that if we do see a retracement, and I can't tell you what the driver is, it's going to be one of those scary type retracements. It'll probably be swift, relatively swift, and it'll be the kind where people decide that that whole sell in May phenomena is in. You and I know differently because if you watch the first hour of the show, we took a look at what over the last 82 years the Dow has done out there. So you and I are better prepared than most with regard to seasonal patterns that are out there. Nonetheless, if we do see a move lower, and it's a scary one, that's the kind that you would want to buy out there. If we take a look at the NASDAQ, boy, price is way away from its rising price channel. Same using coming back to that May 7 time frame. So in essence, using the same swing points out here, but just showing you that it actually much stronger than the Dow. futures contract, much stronger than the ES Mini out here. Nonetheless, we'll go with the Dow and the ES Mini as the ones being able to give us our first signal for any issues. With regard to the NASDAQ on the 20-minute time frame, price is just simply pulled back into the resistance level of its TAS market profile. That's right around this 4507-ish type area is what it looks like to me, 4508, 4509, somewhere right around there. So break below that, then that says we ought to see probably move down about the 4490-ish type area, and that's inside of the NQ, and that's taking a look at the 120-minute time frames out here. Let me see if there's anything else really to pay attention to. Well, I did notice as I took a look at the VIX index that the cash VIX, we can see here, it's up 8 pennies right now. It's trading out at 1281. Of course, those people that are inside that just lousy piece of crap ETF is that's the other kind of POC out there. That is the UVXY. Or you want to really see some pieces of dung, go take a look at the ETNs for the VIX out there. But most people maybe they're inside the UVXY and they're saying, hey, the volatility index is up 9 cents. How come this is back 12 pennies? And the reason is because what's inside that are your two futures contracts. About 75% of the weighting, I believe, right now is inside of the June, and 25% of it is inside of the July. The M&N contracts versus M&Ms, which I wish I had some M&Ms to give you, but I haven't had sugar for 24 days now. More to come. Stay tuned. Our man Basil Chapman will be up next. Have a terrific Tuesday, folks. I'll see you on Wonderful Wednesday.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.